was sent a custom LEGO Star Wars Republic Gunship. Hello everyone, it is Republic Studs, and today my friend One Stud sent me this fantastic Republic Gunship custom. Now this is one of the nicest custom sets I think I've ever seen him do. I've gotten a few of his other gunships, I've gotten his, Moff Gideon's light cruiser, all of these great models. And this is certainly a great one to add to the collection. A very nice design. We're going to be getting into all of it. But first, I am going to ask you all to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It'll help me out a metric ton. And with that said, let's get into it. Now, we are going to be reviewing this behemoth in a second. I'll have timestamps down at the bottom if there's anything in particular you would like to see. But first off, I do want to talk a bit about One Stud. So, if you want to skip ahead, go straight to the review and then come back if you're interested in purchasing, come back and listen to what I have to say. But One Stud basically makes loads of custom, sets. I've been working with him for over a year now. He is just a great guy. I love the stuff he sends out. He has brickheads. He has custom gunships. He has custom stuff. And yeah, so it is really, really neat. And, I would totally recommend it. He has some of the highest quality custom sets out there. They all come in special boxes, which you guys are going to see, which is great and, a lot better than a lot of the other custom companies out there. And, I really just appreciate his work. Now, if you guys want to buy any of these, you can use my code RSTUDS on his website. It will save you 10% off, I believe, your entire order, 5 to 10% off, which is great, and it, saves a little bit. Obviously, custom sets do get expensive, and I'll be talking a little bit about that at the end. But yeah, so with that said, let's get into the full review. I'm going to be starting with the box art. I'll see you guys back here for my full thoughts. So first off, ladies and gentlemen, here is the box art. It is obviously a One Stud exclusive. On it, you get a nice background of basically a vendor. I believe that is from the Battlefront campaign. Maybe it's actually, yeah, that's the inside of vendor. One Stud exclusive. Obviously, it has his logo up there, which is great. It does come with a QR code, which is fantastic. That's all just kind of printed paper onto a box. It might be a sticker, I believe. Yeah, I actually do believe that is a sticker. There's nothing on the back, anything. It's just a plain old box, really, so you could use it to hold stuff or whatever. But it is still nice that they include it nonetheless. Much better than pretty much any custom company I've seen. I don't know anyone who really does anything in terms of packaging. And I think, it was really generous of them to do that, which is kind of nice. And all you really have to do is just take it, and it will scan, and then you get the little notification thing right here, and you just take it to the web page, and like so, it will basically show up. You do that on your iPad, and if you want, you just text it to your computer or whatever. If you want to email it to yourself, if you don't want to do it on here. And you get a look at all of it. Obviously, you view the PDF. The instructions are a little unclear, and we'll talk about that later. There's some problems I have with it, but it is an interesting build process, and again, we'll talk about that in the thoughts section. Now, let's take a look at the gunship. So here it is. Obviously, this is a great look just from the holy crap. Okay, sorry about that. So next to my UCS gunship box, this disgusting bug. This is so unprofessional. Holy crap, that is huge. That scared the crap out of me. So here it is, obviously. There it is with some minifigures in it from Clone Army Customs. You'd obviously seal that up, which is all nice. You look at the front, obviously you get two ball turrets. A minor thing I will note, there is this white piece, these white pieces here, which doesn't blend perfectly well with the green that is supposed to go there. But either way, you will move up and look at the cockpit. We'll get a closer look at that. So yeah, here are the cockpits. All you really have to do is sit down a minifigure. This will not work better, and I've learned this. You have to be very, particular with the way you position your minifigures. You can't lean them too far forward. So a small interesting thing is you obviously can fit minifigures in here, which is great and dandy. The problem I am noticing is in this front cockpit, you cannot fit a minifigure for your life. I've been trying. I've taken a few test runs, and it just won't close, which is a pretty big, downgrade. I'm not a fan of that. That's not good. So One Stud needs to fix that. I mean, you could even try it, I say, without the helmet, and, I don't know if that would work better. It does, evidently. But, it's not great for if you want to use a Clone Trooper helmet, which I'm assuming you do, and especially if you want to use a Clone Pilot helmet. Of any kind. Now there is also this little side area here. These can actually lift up, and there is a little room in there to slide in anything. You would slide in figures like the Clone Pilots that you cannot use with the set, or really whatever. You'd seal those up. You'd seal storage, which is all great and dandy. Actually, I really do like that. There's some yellowed brick down there, which just does not look great, and I'll again talk about that later. But I do like the extra storage. You can put stickers here. He does have stickers on his site. Usually most of his sets come with them. I sadly lost mine. He did send them to me. I just don't know where they are. It's like a bomber monkey, which is kind of cool. And then you could obviously look in there, and you will notice there's a little area so where you could almost like have them kind of sit in between. I'm trying to like simulate this, but it's a little difficult. But you'd have them sit in between there, and it would work just fine. Now, I'd actually like to move into the minifigure holding section. I'm going to move this aside, show you that feature a little bit later. And we're just going to take these guys out. First off, you can look in. It is very nice. Again, those yellow bricks, which is, again, a big detractor that I've been talking about. You also do get this nice little stud hopper in here, actually, which is great. You do get a little area to put a little crate, which is fantastic, or a clone boy, anything really works. I really don't actually think this type of crate would work better facing that away, which is all nice and dandy. Obviously you do get room for minifigs, which obviously I love. His visor came off, which is not great. Just get back on there, buddy. Okay, cool. And we also get this guy's, and we get all the dudes, which is sick. You'd fit your clone boys in here. You could fit your, Jedi, rushing out, General Skywalker, all fantastically. It is great scale for minifigure. Again, a problem I have with most custom gunships is this little Technic piece. I think, honestly, this would have been easily solved if you just got, like, two of the bluish, like, stud hopper pieces and just got some tiles up there, maybe. I don't know how that would work practically, but I think it would make it look a lot better, generally speaking. And then let's move over to the wing. So the wings are fine in terms of build. All you have to do is lift up the bubble turret. It's very sturdy, obviously. And you could literally put any guy in here. It fits, obviously, they fit great. And, technically that's not accurate to the movies, but I still certainly enjoy it. Now we will move to the top and you will see some awesome missile launchers, or these are like the giant, engine missiles. They're a little wobbly, but overall they get the job done. And then I will move down and show you guys how the mechanics for the door work. So you assume it starts off closed, and all you have to do is pull this forward and back, and boom, it opens like so. Both sides, you'd have them both all the way open. You do that, you just push it inwards, and that is fantastic. Now you will also move up, or actually we'll move down first. And we want to show you guys the little door back here. It does not look like, perfectly enclosed, but it's a playset. You expect that. And then you do get a little exterior roof. So if you want your clone boys to run out the back, they can do so. And actually, I think that looks kind of great. Now let's move up. You also do get a new mechanism for ball turrets. I really like the way they do this. Instead of having the regular bubble type thing, this just kind of works super well. And then you also do get this little mechanic room, like a little, door area. And so if you want to store, say, some extra blasters in there, you can. It's not a problem. You get some extra storage space, which is pretty great. Now let's look at the top. So you do get some little Technic pieces here to resemble the little, I don't even know what it's called, the missile rotator, which is nice. And then you also do get a handle, which is nice. I, again, love that they include that. Let me actually demonstrate how good that works. So, again, it's a pretty simple, concept. All you have to do is get your, middle finger under there, and you just lift it. You fly it around. You go, it's awesome. I honestly love that. Great for playability. Again, $300, still a lot. I'm going to discuss it all in my thoughts section. But, yeah, so that is the main build of the gunship. So, I think it was the most appropriate time to give my thoughts on this custom gunship. Now, it is a tough sell. This is $300. $300 is a lot of money, obviously. Especially when you have sets out there now like the UCS gunship, which is $350 and way bigger. So, obviously, the thing you're going to be buying this set for is the minifigure scale. It is a minifigure scale gunship, at least kind of, not even really. It's still even a little large for that. But it is more, in scale. You could put your pilots in there. You could have clone troopers fly in there, and you'd have them fly in, and you go, and you go, there's a nice handle and everything, which is fantastic. There's a load of playability. He just leaves pure floor room because I know you guys love transport sets. You do get the doors that all are able to open, which is fantastic, and I really do appreciate. You do get, obviously, features like this where you just kind of open it up. You'd have them unload. Yeah, just pull it off from the back. I discuss all that, obviously. Now, I completely understand if this is a hard sell for you guys. I understand the UCS Gunship is out there. We originally planned on doing this before the Gunship came out, and I'm actually going to be doing a comparison video on the channel within the coming weeks, so look out for that. And obviously, this does come with some, used parts, which is not great. They were a little scuffed up. If I was to give a recommendation to one stud on a few things, obviously, I talked about this a little bit in the review. The main things would be, first off, don't use these completely in shamble parts. Some of them just are not in fantastic position, or at least, clean them off a little bit better. And that goes for most custom companies. I know most of them have a problem with that. And then because, the off coloring is not great. I really think it kind of, brings down the value. This is a $300 product. And I know it's expensive to get the bricks, which, when buying custom sets, you have to acknowledge it's going to be way more. Because, well, LEGO has the factories, they have to deal solely with Bricklink, and they have to buy the bricks from a billion different places, which I completely understand. But off-color bricks are not fantastic, and they make the set feel a little cheaper, which is not great. And another thing is this little top section that's a little offline. It's kind of hard to tell, but I am not a huge fan of that. I'm going to be just perfectly honest with that. I mean, if I had to find anything else that I just wasn't a huge fan of, the building experience was okay. The instructions were a little unclear for building this. I'll show you guys a little bit of those, but, it's nothing crazy, but it's just like, you have to do a little bit of creative thinking when building this. But yeah, so thank you again to One Stud. Again, code RStuds in the description. I will see you all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.